All right, ready to officially kick off this training session. I just set up my targets. They are 3 Glendale bucks. I set one up for a quarter and away, one broadside, one quarter and two, some closer than others. I really like kicking off my training sessions like this because this is a good realistic hunting training scenario. Ideally, we wish that a buck would perfectly walk in 20 yards, stand broadside, and let you take all the time in the world that you need to execute a perfect shot. But the reality is that's not the case. The reality is that sometimes they're not on that path that we thought, that we range. They're going to be a little closer, a little farther, a little quarter and two, a little quarter and away, and we need to execute a quick but efficient shot. And this is a really good drill to practice that. So what I do is I get off a shot with my broadhead. It's a Q80 Exodus. I get off a shot on each target, and then I take some paces forward, back, left, right, diagonally, and then re-range and then shoot. This is about as close as you can get to the real deal. What you don't want to get in the habit of is setting up a 20, a 30, a 40 yard target perfectly broadside and only make those shots. These are the shots that you want to take, especially quarter and away, quarter and two. Angle matters. My goal is I'd love to hit both lungs and heart if I can. So if that is my goal, I visualize 2 balloons on the inside of the chest of a buck. I want to pop both. So how do I pop both? The angle matters. So setting up your quarter and two, quarter and away, very important. Now, I don't know where the range is yet. I'll range each of these and I'll shoot, but this is pretty close to the 2 stands that I'll be hunting on this property. And like I said, I'll take some paces forward, back, left, right, and just change it up just in case. Now I'm running a landslide sight. It is a slider sight, so I could get really precise to the yard. And I'm running a UV3 scope 2-pin. Now the top pin is 20. It's always set at 20, and it just so happened the second pin on the UV3 is not movable. But it just so happened with my arrow weight, the speed of my bow, it just perfectly worked out that second pin is 35. So what I do is I visualize a 25 and I visualize a 30 pin. So I'm splitting the gap. And then I'm either holding over or holding under. Because in a scenario, and I have killed deer that have literally walked through a thicket, again, real life hunting, I thought they were going to be in front of it, but they surprised me. They just start plowing through behind some thick stuff. I pick out a window, and I only have a split second to make that shot. So I don't want to be fumbling around with my slider trying to get precise. I'd rather just hold over and hold under. And so that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to take my shots. I'll range first. Let me get this. I'm going to get my camera set up, bring you guys along for the ride. Okay, we'll start with... Let's start with that broadside buck. 30.7. So I'm going to visualize that 30 pin and then hold slightly. All right. Let's move it. Let's go quarter and away. It's just a little farther behind, not by much. And again, remember the focus is angle. 33.7. All right. Let's go quarter and two. And again, these are my first 3 shots of the training session. So I don't like to do any warm-ups at all because I don't really have that luxury when I'm walking to a stand at 4 or 5 in the morning. I can't get off any warm-up shots. My first shot is a cold shot. It's my first shot. So this is how I like to practice hunting scenarios. Cold shots. These are my first 3 shots. Probably should find out where he's at. Probably 35, 36, 35.5. So I'm going to use my second pen. All right, let's go take a look. Zoom out and bring you guys with me. All right, so this was the first target. Set this tripod here, zoom out. So this would be double long, possibly clipping heart. Good shot. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull that one so I can use that arrow to kind of show you guys angle. Okay. This was the quarter and away. So see my entrance angle here? Let me zoom out. So here, now we look at the other side, and you can kind of see where that broadhead is coming through. So if I hold this here, line this up with my other arrow, I'm hitting both lungs and possibly heart. So that's a dead deer. That's a good shot. All right, so let's head over here to the quartering 2. So I want to favor, I could probably be a little, actually this isn't bad. Let's look at the angle. Let me line up the arrows. So if I really wanted to get picky, maybe a hair right here, that would have been even better, but that's still a good shot. And that would be a dead deer. I'm definitely clipping both lungs. And that's it. So those were my first 3 shots. Now what I'll do is I'll go back, I'll pace back, I'll pace forward, left, right, diagonally, and do the same thing for multiple sets. And I do this every weekend so that when I am in my stand and I draw back on an animal for real, I want to make sure that I have spent the time and practice so that I can make a perfect and efficient kill. I owe that to the animal. You guys do too. So make sure you practice. Get after it. Get the reps.